What's up, guys? Welcome back. In today's video we have a very interesting topic to talk about. Some of you might not want to see this, but I do think everyone needs to see this, and we're going to be talking about the top 5 Pokemon that you probably might want to remake for Great League. Now, I took 3 factors into consideration when I made this list. The first one is its stat product increase, so how much better a Pokemon got for being an XL level 50 or 51 or whatever the level is compared to its original version. Also the overall ranking on PvPoke, so just an overall Great League ranking. And then the third thing I considered was the gap in between the rankings of the XL version and the non-XL version. So I took all 3 of those into consideration to compile this list. And let me know in the comments what you think, if you agree or if you disagree, or if I missed a Pokemon that's actually much better now with the level cap. But anyways, let's just jump into the list. And yeah, so let's go. Number 5, we have Azumarill. Now, Azumarill, the old rank 1, if you were a best buddy, is a 7, 15, 13, or as a non-best buddy, 8, 15, 15. But a new rank 1 is a 0, 15, 15 at 14.99 CP, and the stat product is 24.52. So an increase of 76 points, and it is obtainable in the wild if you catch it as a Marill. As a trade, it might be difficult. You might need to do a trade with like someone as your first interaction as a friend. I think that's the only other way to get a 0, but once you do that initial trade, the floor moves up to 1, and so yeah. But anyways, we're going to talk about the reason why I put it at number 5 is because its ranking as an XL is only 2 spots more than its non-XL version. So an XL Azumarill is ranked number 1, whereas its non-L is ranked number 3. The non-XL version is ranked number 3, so not a huge difference, and it's not going to make a big difference overall. So that's why I put it in the number 1 spot. But being the number 1 ranked Pokemon, I do think you could squeeze out a few more wins, having that extra bulk, having that extra defense and HP. So that's why I put it on the list. And in terms of the mirror match, I will talk about the mirror matches just in case you think you might run into people who decide they're not going to spend the dust or the XL candy making a new one, and you think you can get that slight edge. I will talk about the mirror matches in this video, so let's just do that now for Azu. In an Azu versus the XL Azu, the XL wins the 1 shield scenario, but it is shield bait dependent. So for the most part, the original Azu will win most mirror matches because of the CMP that it will win, having that higher attack stat. Now, having said that, you'll notice I put a couple little symbols there. The C3 means it's a very close win, C for close, and that 3 means it's only a 3-turn difference. This is according to the PvPoke Sims, only a 3-point difference that can flip that, not 3-turn difference that can flip that matchup. So 3 turns is actually 1 bubble, and so if you have an Azumarill XL and you have just a 1 bubble energy lead, you could, in another XL another non-XL Azumarill comes in, you could still beat that Azumarill with that energy lead, assuming you don't take a bunch of damage, prior to that. But yeah, and then the 2 shield, it's only a 1-turn difference, so it's really like half of a second difference. If you just get half of a second head start with that bubble before it comes in or something, I don't know how that would work, but if you can somehow, with lag or whatever, that can work, you can still win that matchup. So it's very, very close. Not much difference in the mirror matchup. So let's go to the next one. In number 4 spot, we have Bastiodon. Now, Bastiodon, before rank 1 as a best buddy, was 11, 14, 15 IVs. The new rank 1 is a 0, 15, 14. So again, hard to get in a trade, but Sheldon does spawn in the wild. So it's not common, but it is out there, and so you could get that one if you wanted. And its SP stat product increased 147 points, so a big stat product increase. It's actually the highest one on this list in terms of overall stat product at 2837, so very, very tanky. Its ranking went from rank 39 as a normal down to a rank 13 as a XL, so a increase of 26 spots on the rankings. So that's why I have it as the number 4 spot. Now, in terms of mirror match, it's XL will win the 0 and the 2 shield scenarios, and the 1 shield, it will lose to the non-XL Bastiodon because of that CMP tie, but it's only a 1-turn difference, so it's very, very close. Again, 1 rock throw advantage will flip that matchup. Let's move on to number 3. We have Medicham. Now, Medicham is, a very, very popular Pokemon in Great League. One of my personal favorites. The Medicham before was a 15, of course, a hundo. But the new rank 1 as a level 50.5 is a 4, 15, 15 IVs. An increase in the stat product of 181 points. So very big jump in the stat product, and its rank as a non-XL is number 30, but its rank as an XL is number 4. So very solid pick as an XL version, 26 point increase in the rankings, and so that's why we have it as the number 3 spot. Now, in terms of the mirror match, this is where it gets very interesting because it wins all 3 shield scenarios against its non-XL counterpart. And the most interesting thing to note is it reaches a bulk point and a break point. If you're not familiar with what that means, is a break point is where your Pokemon's attack stat reaches a certain number to where it does an extra 1 damage per quick move against some opponent. Now, in this case, against itself, it reaches a break point and a bulk point. A bulk point is where its defensive stat is high enough where it takes 1 less damage from the opponent. So in this case, an XL Medicham will deal 4 damage per counter to a non-XL Medicham, like the old rank 1, and the old rank 1 will only deal out 3 damage to the XL version. So that's why it's so much more dominating in the mirror matchup in this case, because of that break and bulk point that it reaches. Now, even in the 1 shield scenario, it can tank a Psychic to the face and still come out with 1 HP, even if the opponent shields a Psychic as well. So if you're an XL version, you can just go straight Psychic. Even if your opponent shields, you'll still win that matchup, even if you get hit with a Ice Punch and a Psychic. So that's crazy. So anyways, thought that was very interesting to note. And let's move on to the number 2 spot. We have Sableye. Another one of my favorite Pokemon. I used it in, I think, Season 3 to get to rank 10. So a really good safe switch Pokemon, especially if you have Return on it. And the old Sableye, of course, was a Hundo, rank 41, or level 41 best buddy. The new Sableye is a 0-15-15. So again, Sableye spawn usually at night, and you can definitely catch those in the wild. But its stat product went up by 110 points to 1898. One of the lower stat products on this list. What is the lowest one, but it's still a very hard-hitting Pokemon. It's pretty good. I like this Pokemon a lot. And in the terms of the mirror match, it's pretty close, just kind of like the Azumarill and Bastiodon. Very close. XL loses the 1 or the 0 shield and the 2 shield, but it wins the 1 shield. But it's only a 4-turn difference for the 1, a 1-turn difference for the 0 and 2. So it's very close. Again, 1 Shadow Claw advantage can flip that matchup in the 0 and 2 shield. And so yeah, and the ranking. So this is why it's at the number 2 spot, because a non-XL Sableye is ranked 104 on PvPoke, whereas its XL version is ranked it's ranked 16. So a jump of 88 points, which is why I put Sableye as number 2. Just because of that huge jump in the rankings. It is much more advantageous to have an XL Sableye versus a non-XL Sableye. Alright, let's go to the number 1 spot, and if you were liking this video, let me just remind you to hit that like button. It does help me a lot, it does help the channel grow, and I really would appreciate it. And leave a comment if you want to see more videos like this or anything similar to this. Alright, so the number 1 Pokemon on this list is Lickitung. Now, Lickitung is not a Pokemon you may have expected, but it is, it jumped so much in the rankings that I wanted to put it at the number 1 spot. Just like Sableye, it moved up 88 spots, but it is now number 6 on the rankings. It used to be in rank 94, and its stat product went up 241 points from 2081 to 2322. And so the new rank 1 is 7-15-15, whereas the old one was a regular Hundo. And the good news is, being 7-15-15, you can get one in a trade. So if you are someone who kind of joined the game late and missed that whole raid day, the Lickitung raid day, and you just completely couldn't do it for any reason, you can trade with someone who has a Body Slam Lickitung and save yourself an Elite Charge TM. Or you could catch one in the wild, or maybe if they're back in raids, you could do one and use an Elite TM, but you can trade and get a rank 1. So that's really good to know that you can trade with any level friend that you have. Now, talking about the mirror match, it wins the 1 and 2 shield scenario against its non-XL counterpart, and it can actually tank a Power Whip to the face and shield a Body Slam, whereas the opponent just shields a Body Slam or shields a Power Whip, and it can still win that 1 shield scenario. But also, the 0 shield scenario is just a 1-turn difference, so it's pretty close. But yeah, because of its jump in the rankings, we have it as the number 1 spot. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, again, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think of this video, and if you want me to do one for Ultra League. I'm gonna try my best if people like this video, but it's a lot of Ultra League seems like a completely different beast, but I will try my best if you want to see it. So let me know in the comments, and I really appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you in the next one.